Techniques to avoid decision fatigue and maintain focus under pressure for physicians. Are you a physician who's tired of the constant decision making throughout the day? Do you find the speed or quality of your decisions slipping by the time the day ends? Hey folks, Paul David here from Sensei Publishing, and since 2020, I've published over 100 science-based self-development courses and dozens of self-development short books, and these videos compress testimonial feedback and learning from years into minutes to solve developmental problems for health and business professionals faster and easier than when done alone. Let's get started. In today's video, we'll be tackling a concerning issue faced by a lot of physicians around the world, which is decision fatigue. And we'll look at some actionable steps to decrease decision fatigue in your personal life as well as your professional life so that you can become even more focused under pressure. According to research from the National Academy of Science, the quality of the decisions made by physicians decreased dramatically as their clinic sessions went onward. A shocking side effect from this was that the number of unnecessary antibiotic prescriptions rose throughout the day and peaked around late afternoon. Next, techniques to avoid decision fatigue. Have you ever found yourself wondering, why is this the hardest decision of my day, as you gaze at a restaurant lunch menu? The moment probably hits you harder than most if you're a physician. The brain needs a break after making hundreds of decisions throughout the day, both large and small. That's the manifestation of decision fatigue, and it's real. The good news, even with a busy schedule, there are simple and doable tactics to decompress and maintain mental clarity. And let's go over some practical ones to help you sort through the clutter and focus your mental energy on the important things. Tips to decrease decision fatigue at work as a physician. Make the big decisions in the morning. Test that. The truth is that your brain functions better in the morning. You probably know this. It's fresh, it's targeted, and it hasn't yet been ruined, if you will, by a million tiny options. Therefore, try to make the big decision early on, whether it's regarding a complex case of rearranging a clinic schedule or anything to that sort. Dr. McLean, a psychiatrist with more than 21 years of experience and the chief clinical wellness officer for the Henry Ford Medical Group in Detroit, supports this by saying, and I quote, "Research shows that the best time to make decisions is in the morning." Like everything else, your brain gets tired, and this is why you shouldn't put off important tasks until the evening, because you start making more impulsive decisions by that time. So make big decisions early on. You'll thank yourself for doing this. Try delegating decisions. Just a friendly reminder that you don't have to do everything. Thinking about the decisions that you don't have to make is a major step forward towards decreasing the overall decision fatigue that you may face or will face. Let an expert team member take charge of more administration, or let your nurse handle more of the minor details if they are already familiar with your style. For you to delegate decisions, you need to be a good leader, as you know. And Dan Schwartz has the perfect advice for that. He says, being an effective delegator involves trusting employees, communicating effectively, and occasionally being a teacher. By delegating more than you already are, you'll have more energy for decisions that truly require your attention if you're not distracted by the small ones, especially the unexpected small ones. For example, delegating the task of checking the patient's vitals to someone else while you manage medication prescriptions could help decrease some of the burden. Next, don't second guess yourself. Let's face it, how many times have you made a decision about a patient's well-being and then mentally revisited that decision off and on, maybe for the next hour? If so, you're not alone. Others experience it too. Second guessing yourself wears you out. Thoughtful reflection and spiraling are two very different things. Try to move on after you've made a well-thought-out decision quickly. According to a study published in Medical Decision Making, seasoned medical professionals trust their gut feelings and make decisions more quickly and accurately. You possess the necessary training. Now it's time to exercise the necessary faith in your training. Avoid letting doubt affect your thoughts throughout the day. You have years of experience. Next, lean on technology when you can. Technology can be a huge help to you. It's not just there to irritate you with logon screens and passwords. Make use of note templates. Make use of clinical support resources, such as Dynamed or UpToDate if you aren't already. According to a JAMA internal medical study, physicians who used decision support systems were able to diagnose patients more quickly and accurately. This way, you won't have to use all of your mental energy to think about everything. Let the tools do some of the work so that you can focus on the things that only you can do. Next, tips to decrease decision fatigue in personal life as a physician. Schedule your decision time. Let's face it, who doesn't go to their homes and stand over their stove deciding whether to cook or whether to order something and just be done with it? This is the last thing you want to do after diagnosing patients all day. This is where setting aside some time for your decision making is important. Give yourself 10 to 15 minutes before bed or in the morning to finish all of your low stakes tasks such as appointments or errands and meals. It's similar to cooking in bulk, but for your brain, not for your stomach. And as psychologist Roy Baumeister says, quote, "You have a finite amount of willpower that becomes depleted as you use it. So why disperse that willpower throughout the day? Finalize a time for you to make these decisions beforehand and reserve your mental energy for things that matter. Make sure that you get enough sleep. To be honest, sleep is your brain's secret weapon. We all know this. Studies show that your decision-making suddenly suffers if you miss an hour of sleep. So if you're not getting the right amount of shut-eye that you need, you're going to make up rash decisions at some point. And why? Because your brain's reward center, as you know, known as the nucleus accumbens, goes into overdrive when you're exhausted. It may ignore possible risks while exaggerating possible rewards. Therefore, you chase the win and disregard the potential consequences rather than considering all the options. So, if you want to stay mentally sharp and continue making wise decisions, it's important for you to get the right amount of sleep. Next, make a today or tomorrow list. Put that long to-do list out of your mind. It shouldn't make you feel behind schedule. Instead, divide it into two short lists, one for tomorrow, items that can wait, and one for today. Let's say 3 to 5 things that must be done today before the end of day. And this is also supported by neuroscience. The Zeigarnik effect indicates that compounding incomplete tasks cause your brain to fixate more on the tasks left unfinished than anything else. My point is that writing short-term tasks down, completed and unfinished, can help you stop this doom loop and unwind your brain a little bit. Next, follow the 5-5-5 method. Have you ever found yourself debating a pointless issue, such as being invited to a close friend's wedding that you need to attend? I'm kidding, of course, but let's just say that it's a party that you know that you should go to, but you don't want to go to that party. All of us face situations like this, and they end up using our valuable decision-making capacity, don't they? One key to getting these things sorted out is to use the 5-5-5 technique. This is what I mean. Ask yourself, in 5 minutes, will this matter, whatever the situation is? In 5 days, will it matter, whatever the situation is? In 5 years, will it matter? You'll usually laugh it off and move on. We all need it as a mental reset button to use it. These little moments are referred to as micro decisions by Mel Robbins. As you prioritize which life events are important and which are not, there will come a time when you won't have to constantly keep thinking about these issues. So the next time that you have to make such a decision, take a deep breath, ask the 5-5-5 question, and you're done. No more internal BS to deal with. Next, let your values drive your decisions. The truth here is that knowing who you are and what matters to you makes decision-making simpler. Knowing your values, whether it's your faith or your family, your leisure, your health, helps to become your internal GPS, if you will. Similarly, declining to work yet another shift, here we go again, or decoding that disconnecting from work for the weekend won't feel guilty. Rather, it feels like you. And as Brené Brown puts it, clear is kind, unclear is unkind. Let yourself believe that you won't waste energy second-guessing yourself when your choices are aligned with your values. Next, practice mindfulness. It's not necessary to spend hours in the mountains in silence, levitating above us to practice mindfulness. Before entering the house, it can literally take just 10 seconds just to breathe deeply in the car or in the elevator. What's the point? Well, take a moment to relax your mind. And if you can relax your mind, that's the point. According to a study published in JAMA Internal Medicine, mindfulness helps you focus and sleep better. And it can even lower your stress levels. One way to look at it is when your brain is relaxed, you're a better human being. And it's easy to relax your brain when you decide to relax. As Roy T. Bennett puts it in his book, The Light in the Heart, he says, be mindful, be grateful, be positive, be true, be kind. So what do you think? I've got a few questions here, and I've got 3 groups of questions for you to consider to ask yourself, for learning purposes, of course. And here they are. Group number 1. What are 3 decisions I can make daily that could be eliminated or delegated? And in your daily workflow, which repetitive decisions appear most frequently? Are you devoting mental energy to tasks that someone else on your team could complete? Have you developed better standard operating procedures to make your day more efficient? Do you take the time to determine which tasks need your direct attention and which ones don't? Are you unwilling to assign tasks to others due to habit or perfectionism or maybe even trust issues? Group number 2 question. So, when am I mentally sharp? And am I using that time effectively? What time of day do you feel most alert? What time of day do you feel most productive and mentally flexible? Are you working on administrative or creative or strategic projects during those hours? Are your highest leverage tasks aligned with your energy peak? Could you move regular tasks or emails or meetings outside of that window? And have you spent enough time observing your energy patterns to gain a thorough understanding of them? How frequently do you guard your focus time? Or do you frequently give it up for requests that are urgent but unimportant? Number 3, what does a health recovery routine look like for you? Are you prioritizing it? And what kinds of things genuinely give you more energy, mentally, emotionally, and physically? Do you regularly detach yourself from work-related stress? Yeah. Are you numbing rather than healing? Do you confuse distraction with relaxation? Is unwinding, as you currently define it, genuinely restorative to you? And on average, how many hours of sound sleep do you get each night? And how often do you wake up feeling rejuvenated? Do you regularly feel your body? Do you move? Do you drink water throughout the week? How recently have you completely disconnected? And for how long? No pings, no emails. And was your disconnect time long enough for you to feel restorative? Next, tools that can help you reduce decision fatigue. So before diving into the tools, let me just say that I'm not being paid to offer any of these tools. They're just merely options based on feedback that I'm sharing with you. I'll leave their links in the description. If you don't have an automation tool working for you right now, consider the following. Zapier. It integrates your favorite apps, so Trello, Slack, Google Sheets, Gmail, and many more. And it creates automations to save you from repeatedly performing the same tedious tasks. It operates using what it refers to as zaps, which are brief executable workflows that you customize. Zapier handles the next step, if you will, automatically, such as saving a file to a folder or pinging your team in Slack. Once you set a trigger, for example, receiving an email with lab results, let's say, it executes automatically for you. How would you use this tool? Well, consider the simple tasks that you perform repeatedly, such as transferring lab results to a shared folder or organizing meeting minutes into an app that works with your EMR system, or informing the team when an appointment is canceled. You can simply set up a zap, as they call it, to do that for you rather than doing it manually. The objective is to relieve some of that mental burden. Next is TimeCamp. It discreetly monitors your computer activity and displays the precise amount of time that you're spending on your machine, being your computer. Have you ever been busy but felt like you didn't accomplish anything or you didn't accomplish much. I've been there. Time Camp helps you understand why. It provides reports that shows you which activities on your computer that you've been investing your time in and how much time you've invested in those activities, which websites, which apps, and for how long you've spent time on. And this helps you understand where your screen time on your computer has been going to avoid guessing where your time went. How would you use it? Examine the patterns closely after Time Camp has been running for, let's say, a week. Are emails and administrative tasks taking up your best hours, or are you using them to tackle the difficult tasks? You can change things up. You can delegate, you can automate, you can simplify, you can rearrange tasks. And once you've identified what's wearing you down, if anything, perhaps you think a little more clearly in the morning, like we've touched on, or you settle into a routine after lunch, and a lot of people do. In any case, this assists you in creating a workday that truly suits your needs. Best case. Next is the decision fatigue scale, or DFS as I'll call it, can be compared to a brief mental examination. It's a legitimate psychological tool that shows you how exhausted your brain may be from all the decisions that you're making. It helps you understand how your focus may be affected by the potential for mental overload. How would you use it? Take the DFS once a week or monthly, and whatever feels doable is good. Have you noticed that your score increases following lengthy call weekends or long clinic days, let's say? That's your signal to stop and think again. Perhaps you need to take a break. Perhaps you need to take more breaks, or delegate more effectively or more often, or make fewer small decisions. Here's a pro tip. For a more in-depth understanding, combine your Time Camp data with your DFS score. Next is how to measure your success from these tools. Here's how to determine if these tools are helping you feel less overwhelmed by your decisions. If you find that one or more tools that I've mentioned are helpful, then use them. If not, don't. For Zapier, verify whether more work is being automated every week. Do repetitive processes such as emails or reminders work properly without human intervention? Zapier is saving your brain power a little bit and assessing you in making fewer pointless decisions. I'll use the word pointless, allowing you to spend more time on patient care and less time on administrative tasks. For Time Camp, examine how you spend your time. Are you minimizing time wasted on low priority tasks and making effective use of your peak focus hours? Is Time Camp helping you work smarter, not just harder? And for the decision fatigue scale, assess if your score is getting better over time. Are you having more clarity when making difficult decisions? Are you using more of the templates and routines? Is it clear that you're lowering cognitive overload and decision fatigue as your DFS score decreases? So, in summary, and thank you for your attention and listening, by the way, today we've covered some doable tactics to overcome decision fatigue, ranging from adopting tech tools to streamlining your decisions. To keep making better decisions throughout the day, we discussed the value of routines and self-awareness, mindfulness, and energy tracking. And these are long-term strategies, long-term tactics, really, to maintain your mental acuity and your focus and your sharpness. Protect your cognitive bandwidth. Start small and be consistent, and expect that this will take time. Remember that you are entitled to maintaining mental focus while avoiding decision fatigue. Thank you for listening. If this gave you any clarity, please subscribe. I'll see you in the next video, and remember, it's a great day to be alive. See you guys. Take care.